Welcome to Recap Stream Channel. Today we're going to recap the movie called Nocebo. Christine is a fashion designer who lives with her husband Felix and their daughter Babs. Christine sees a strange dog full of ticks in the store. The dog approaches her, shakes itself, and drops all the ticks on Christine. She sees that there is nothing there, but to her surprise, we see a tick on the back of her neck. 8 months have passed. Christine becomes very ill and the bite is still on the back of her neck. She can't control the shaking of her hand. When she returns home, Liz calls her and tells her to accept the job. One day, a woman named Diana comes to the door and asks Christine. She says that she hired her as a maid, but Christine doesn't remember anything. Finally, the woman convinces her and enters the house. But Christine is still confused and can't believe that she forgot about this. They arrange a room for Diana. She opens her suitcase. There are a lot of strange things and a picture. Diana hugs the picture and remembers giving birth. Her delivery thinks that one day she sees a tick in the room and catches it. She sees Babs and Felix from the window and comes downstairs. Christian introduces them to each other, but Felix also can't believe this and is not happy about Diana being there. Felix and Christian argue. She and Diana hear this through the window. Felix gives Christian a week to clarify Diana's assignment. Diana starts working. She's a bit of ash. She picks up the fireplace and takes it to her room, cooks dinner at night and surprises everyone with her dinner. At dinner, Christian has a spasm. Diana tickles him and Christian gets better. She sees the picture of the same dog that Christian saw, but the dog suddenly turns into Diana. When Diana is tidying the room, her daughter's photo is next to Christian. She sees that when she sleeps, Diana puts the ashes in front of her room door and sleeps. She remembers the past. The next day, Babs wants to go to Diana's room, but she sees a footprint like her foot on the dirt and leaves. Diana brings them breakfast and asks about Christian's work, but he doesn't want to talk about the details. When Christian wants to take Babs to school, he tells him about the footprints, but Christian is serious. It doesn't work. They take Diana with them on the way. Christian goes the wrong way and doesn't remember the child's school. They get off and Diana takes Babs to school. Christian has spasms again, but Diana tells him that she has a way to cure him. They return to Christian's house. He accepts and Diana performs a series of special ceremonies. Christian's condition improves, and Diana tells him that one day when she was a child, she became a woman. She takes refuge in them. She has a special power, and they tell her that the old woman dies, and her soul enters Diana's body. After that, Diana's feelings change, and she thinks that she has been guided. Diana starts healing the sick and becomes an Omo. Christian cannot believe him, but when he gets up, he sees that his hand is no longer shaking. At night, he tells Felix what happened, but he can't believe it. We see Diana from that side. She puts a picture of herself and her daughter next to the fireplace. Christian comes in and tells Diana about the dog and his illness. He wrote a list of his problems and asks Diana to help him. Diana agrees, but says that he only has to trust her. He sees Diana hanging in the air and tells her father, but he doesn't believe her. Diana continues to treat Christian and she remembers the Philippines and her daughter. She goes to her closet and sees that his medicines are not there. He asks the others, but Diana says that she threw them away herself. Christian trusts Diana's words and this scares Felix. Diana takes Babs to school. Christian hears a child's voice and the room fills with smoke. She opens it, but everything is normal. He is worried about Christian. He goes to Diana and tells her that all Christian's illness is mental and she is punishing herself because of a guilty conscience. Felix asks Diana not to have anything to do with Christian, but Diana wants to find his problems and get them out of his mind. Felix gets angry, but Diana says it's better to talk in the morning. When she goes out, Diana tells him to watch the stairs. Okay, a bird attacks him, Felix hits it, the bird dies and a tick comes out. The next day, Diana buries the bird. Diana finally manages to communicate with Babs. She performs a special ceremony with Christian. Again, Christian sees a series of images but does not want to continue. Diana hugs him and calms him down. We go back to the past and we see Diana with her husband and daughter, where the situation is not doing well. In the morning, Diana tells Babs not to go to school so they can look together. On the other side, Felix says that he found Diana's room and his daughter's picture. He sees that something falls under the bed, and Felix finds a nylon there. Christian's condition is better, and he starts his new job. When he returns home, Felix shows him the medicines he found under Diana's bed. He says, "You have to trust me." Felix says he was doing something when Christian needed him. They take Di out. Diana gathers her things, but she throws Kenhei through the window in Christian's room. Diana leaves and Babs is upset about her leaving. The movie goes back to the past. We see Diana saying goodbye to her husband and leaving with her daughter. He takes his daughter Anina with him. At night, Christian sees a big tick coming towards him. Felix wakes him up. He does it, but Christian sees the tick again, which is about to kill Felix. It turns on Christian, and he sees the dog in front of him. In the morning, Christian sees that his wound is bleeding. Babs tells his mother that Diana didn't take the drugs and they were in his father's car. Christian is shocked and goes to Felix. He says that Babs is lying, but no matter how hard he tries, he cannot convince Christian. He gathers his things and goes upstairs. Yehu remembers Diana's words. A bird attacks him again and Felix falls down the stairs. Felix is taken to the hospital. Christian goes to work and takes Babs with him. Everyone's face is blistered and he feels bad. Diana has captured his mind. He screams and scares everyone, but finally he comes to himself. They return home and suddenly Diana comes there. Christian is crying, but Diana says that they will finish what they started. She gives Christian a spoonful of ashes, reads a series of verses, and leaves Christian to sew. It's hot, and Diana goes out to buy something for her daughter. Suddenly she switches on a fan, and the workshop catches fire. He rushes back, but he can't go inside and his daughter gets stuck in the fire. We go back to the present, and Christian's situation is messed up, but Diana doesn't let him stop. She sees Anina, who is stuck in the fire, and closes her eyes so that she doesn't see the others burning. He tries but cannot save his daughter and sees the sick dog outside the workshop. Diana tells Christian that she had a daughter, but Christian fell into their lives like a tick and took his daughter away from him, and now it's his turn to lose his daughter. Christian is shocked and begs, but it's no use. Diana tells him that he's free now, but Christian sees himself in the fire with a burned office close to him. She screams out of fear. Diana says goodbye to Babs, tells her to go to the yard and look up. Just then Felix comes to Diana's house. He jumps behind the canvas. He dies and his soul enters Bob's body. Felix goes into the room and sees Christian burned in the fire. From the other side we see Diana, who tells her husband that she has finally avenged their daughter. In the last scene we see Bobs, who has turned into an ooh and can see the spirit of Diana. And here's the end. If you enjoyed this recap and want to stay updated with all our future content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any recap from us.